What's up, engineers and friends? My name is Mike. So we've reached an important milestone on the channel, 500 subscribers. Thanks so much for supporting the channel, commenting, liking videos, and definitely thanks for arguing with me about gear. I never thought we'd get here with my lame jokes, my harassment of my roommate, hanging out with the likes of Stan Drought, Luke James Schaefer, and Tony Corelli. But hey, we made it this far, and right now I feel like the sky's the limit, so thank you. So for this episode, we're gonna do something special. We're gonna bring my father and his friend Bunky in, and they're part of a folk trio called the Villagers out of Baltimore, Maryland. Since COVID hit, they haven't been able to play out, so they've been itching to record, and they're very particular about their guitar sounds. If you remember on the last episode, we talked about how to record a singer and acoustic guitar in a live setting. Well, this will be the follow-on video on how to accomplish this in the studio environment. We'll cover the miking, the performance, so you can kind of get a feel of how to do this from your own home studio. Stay tuned. Facepalm! Okay, so as you saw from the montage, today we're going to be using the Neumann U87. This is going to be our close mic. And then we're going to be using for our room mics, the Neumann KM184s. And if you've watched this channel before, you know how much I love the Neumann KM184s. If you want one set of microphones to do everything, basically your snake oil, these are it. To be these mics going through the ISA 110 preamps right through our Apollo and into Logic. Now normally when I'm recording acoustic guitar, I apply a little bit of compression via the 1176 on the way in, and I do that through my Apollo. However, since not everybody has an Apollo, I'm just going to go direct in, and then we can manipulate it from there in the mixing process. Every piece of gear that I'm going to be using today, I'll provide a link in the description below. And if you don't have higher end microphones such as these, don't worry about it. Just use a large diaphragm condenser up front and then a pair of small diaphragm condensers for your rooms. You could get great results out of a Rode NT1A, the Warm Audio 87, any of the entry-level AT 4040s, 4020s, those kind of microphones. There are plenty out there. Say all that 10 times fast. And for small diaphragm condenser room mics, there are plenty other great brands out there that are cheap. And if you can't afford both room mics and a close mic, definitely stick with the close mic first. So everybody has a different way of miking acoustic guitars, and here's mine. I take the three microphones that I just mentioned, and I take my stereo matched pair of Neumann KM184s, and I put them 5 feet in front of my sound source, in this case Bunky. For my process, it is critical that they are equidistant apart, and that's why I got this $20 soundbar from Amazon. It's a little loose and a little quirky, no matter how much you tighten it, but I love it. For the U87, I place it about 8 to 12 inches away from the guitar, facing directly at the 12th fret, angled slightly away from the sound hole. I just find that that reduces the boomy nature of the acoustic guitar. Now every player is going to be different here, so it's key that you just listen and find the sweet spot. This is my setup for what I call the backbone guitar. It's when the acoustic guitar forms the backbone of the song, it's the rhythm, it drives the song forward. Check out what this sounds like. Oh. Nothing like a little handle with care cover. Dream on. So these room mics and the close mic are an example of how I would mic a backbone style guitar. But what about everybody's favorite, the acoustic guitar solo? Love those. How do you get that to cut through when you have all this craziness going on? Here's how. Alright, so what we're doing now, we just laid down all of the rhythm tracking, and since we're about to do a guitar solo, right? I'm just moving the mic a little bit to get a little bit more punchy, so it's going to be kind of pointing, instead of more this way, it's going to be pointing right between the fingerboard and the sound hole here. Alright, Bunky, you ready?
This is where I inadvertently slap your expensive mic, and then you come in and Mike slaps me.
For this one, we're also going to be pulling out the room mics because we already have enough room mic action going on. So it's just going to be Mr. U87 here. Okay, now that we're done fiddling with the mics, let's check out what it sounds like. And now put the two together. Well, there you have it. Pretty quick and painless, right? Miking acoustic guitars is one of the most important and foundational things we can do as sound engineers. If you'd like some tips and tricks on how to mix this specific setup, check out our last video where we took our good friend Luke James Schaefer into a museum, recorded him there, and then I took you into the mixing process. You can see the compressors I used, the EQs, the panning, the verbs, all that good stuff in that video. Thanks for watching. Thanks again for getting this channel to 500 subscribers. It means so much to me. If you'd like to help the channel grow, leave us a like, comment, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And if you have an idea for a future video, leave a comment. Let me know what you'd like to see. So until next time, stay safe, rock on, keep making music.